That was funny. I just say hello. My mic's muted. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, chat? How is everyone doing? Hopefully, everyone's having a luxurious, absolutely luxurious Thursday. Tonight's game kind of reeks because of the weather. Thank you already for the super chat. Roy, I really appreciate that. I'm going to answer your question right off the rip here, but I'm just going to pull up the weather report really quick. We're going to read the weather because I am a weatherman, of course, and then we are going to be just answering all your questions. Thank you guys for stopping by today. NFL weather. Stream Elements bot is running. Shout out to the Stream Elements bot. um, Alrighty. So, weather. Light rain tonight, allegedly, in Carolina. Supposed to be a little windy as well. The passing game is not going to work as well tonight. Roy, thank you for the super chat, my man. I hope you are still here. Gordon, Henderson, or B. Robinson if McKissick is out. So when it comes to what's up, Silver Raptor? How you doing? What's up, everyone? So when it comes to Melvin Gordon, it's kind of tough to want to start him because right, they bring in Chase Edmonds. They already have Gordon. They also have Latavius Murray. And it makes this an incredibly tough situation to assess every single week. But at the end of the day, I think I'm still going to go with Melvin Gordon over the rest of these guys. The only one I'm not considering Henderson at all. I do think that Stafford is not going to end up playing. But at the end of the day, I just can't go with Henderson. So I think I'm just going to go with Melvin Gordon. I don't love Gordon in this spot, but ultimately, I would have to go with Melvin Gordon. Next question here. Do I start Hubbard over Palmer? I would still play Palmer. The belief is that Keenan Allen probably will not play. Carcast asked about his availability. I honestly don't think he's going to play until they come out and say he's going to play. I'm not going to believe it. Brandon Staley, head coach of the team, came out yesterday and said he's day to day. Day to day. That's not very good at all. So I honestly don't think he's going to end up playing. So I would lean with Palmer. I think Palmer's going to have a really solid showing this week. I think Hubbard's going to be okay. Like Hubbard's not the worst start ever if you're dealing with a bunch of buys, but definitely would go Palmer pretty heavily, personally, over Hubbard. So that'd be my lean there. So we're going to go with Joshua Palmer. Nick, I screwed the pooch on your dad. The thing I hate about the biz, trying to help other people and making the pick that screws them. No, my dad actually ended up winning that game. So it's all good, man. It's all good. It is all good, man. I give out wrong advice all the time. It's part of giving out answers to a million questions, right? I'm bound to be wrong sometimes, right? Not going to be right every single time. So I have both running backs for Carolina. Who do I start? Personally, I think that Foreman is going to be the guy. Last week, they kind of benched Foreman in a way, like they gave him less touches. But I don't think that really has to do with the fact that he's a bad player or something. More to do with the fact that the game script really went away from the Carolina Panthers. So I would lean with Foreman. I think Foreman's going to be the better start. I think Hubbard's going to be decent, but I'd go Foreman. I would go with Foreman for sure. I think Hubbard's going to be okay, like I said, but Foreman is the guy. I Shine, thank you for the super chat. Yo, what's up, my guy? What's up, my man? Pitts or Dulcich for the Broncos PPR league? Now, if you asked me this question in August, I would have laughed directly in your face, right? What an idiot this guy is asking about Dulcich versus Pitts. And at this point in the season, we're sitting at the point where Pitts has basically just destroyed your team. Pitts has a couple of good games every once in a while, and his good games aren't even like the ceiling games that I thought he'd have. Like, I thought Pitts was going to average like 10, 12, at least points a game. And then when he has his big games, he could boom 20 plus points. Now, it came out before the game. Oh, Marcus Mariota says he wants to give the ball more to Kyle Pitts. No shit, man. You want to give the ball more to Kyle Pitts. But at the end of the day, I'm going with Greg Dulcich. I trust him significantly more with the weather tonight. Again, I'm not panicking overwhelmingly about the weather, but with the weather not being the best, I think that my lean would be with Dulcich pretty easily there. So thank you for the super chat. I Shine. I hope Pitts has a great game for everyone else that's forced to play him tonight, right? Because there's going to be people that have to play him. But ultimately, I think Dulcich is the better play. I got to retweet my stream out to the Twitterverse. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter at Notorious FNTSY. I'm now verified on Twitter, not because I'm actually cool enough to be verified. I'm verified because I paid for that shit. I got $8 a month to pay for that verification, baby. That's right. Thank you for the super chat, Jeffrey. Welcome back to the stream. See you all the time. I appreciate it. Just so you guys know, you don't necessarily have to donate to get my question answered or to get your question answered. I always try my best to answer as many questions as possible. But obviously, if someone super chats, they are going to get priority because it would be just a dick move for someone like Jeffrey to donate, and then I just don't answer his question and just go to someone who didn't. So that's just how I feel about things. So I hope you guys understand. So, hey, man, I'm desperate. Pick 2 for full PPR: Mac Hollins, Terrence Marshall, Khalif Raymond, and Allen Robinson. You're dealing with injuries. Thanks. That's okay, man. I know how things can get, man. Things can get very, very bad. Injuries and bye weeks combine to really fuck you over. Like, I had one team last week where my whole entire bench, all 6 players were on bye. So I get how you're feeling. So with Mac Hollins, he's definitely going to be a start. They're going to be without Hunter Renfrow as well as without Darren Waller. Devontae Adams is still the guy. This is a great matchup up against the Indianapolis Colts defense. So I'm going with Mac Hollins. I think he fits in well as the number 2 guy in that offense. So Mac Hollins, and then I think just based upon the amount of volume that he's been seeing, I'd have to go with Terrace Marshall. Now, Terrace Marshall might be an absolute dud tonight. I know it is a little bit windy. This isn't live. This is very live. This is very live. I don't know how else would I be answering the questions that are being super chatted if it wasn't live. But yeah, so even with the wind, I'm going Terrace Marshall. He's had 2 solid back-to-back games. It seems like even with PJ Walker under center, he will throw him the ball. So I'm going to go with Mac Hollins and Terrace Marshall. I think you could consider Khalif Raymond over Marshall, but I'm going to go Mac Hollins and Terrace Marshall. Thank you for the super chat. I hope that works out for you. Russell, thank you for the super chat. Jay Williams, Lockett, Fournette, Foreman. Great question. So there's a lot of people panicking about Leonard Fournette. I understand that there's coach speak going out. Oh, we're going to give Rachaad White more touches. Until I legitimately see Rachaad White out there getting more touches, I don't know how I can ever be confident in coming on here and telling you guys that I think that Fournette's going to be a dud. Like, I understand Fournette has been putting up crazy numbers this season, but he's still a reliable top 18-ish back week in and week out. So I would probably just go ahead and tell you to go with Fournette. You're definitely going to go with Jamal Williams. And then you are definitely wanting to go with Lockett. I think Williams and Foreman are incredibly close, but with how many touches Williams has gotten, I feel like I just want to go with Williams. I know Foreman smashed against the Falcons last time. I just think Williams is a little bit safer with similar upside. So Williams, Lockett, and Fournette, the first 3 for me. That is my answer to that question. Yeah. So yeah, my answer would be Jamal Williams, Lockett, and Fournette. Again, Foreman is close, but I'm going to go with the first 3. Sorry, guys, I'm messaging at work with one of the producers who's very helpful. Kyle Pitts or Pat Freiermuth, Kyler or Tua? Great question, Kendrick. My answer to this question would be, again, I think Pitts could have a huge game tonight. But at the end of the day, I think I'm just going to go Freiermuth. He continues to just see a decent amount of targets game in and game out. I view him as an incredibly safe asset for your lineup. And with how much we end up seeing Pickens target him, I have to go with Freiermuth. And then Kyler or Tua, I like both of their matchups. Ultimately, I'm going to lean with Tua. I do worry that this might be a down game for Tua because I think the Browns are going to try to run the ball a shit ton and kind of limit the amount of time that Tua Tagovailoa has to throw the ball. But at the end of the day, with how much of a role Tua's been on, Kyler's pretty safe, but the Rams defense typically gives him a little bit of struggles. So I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa personally. So Freiermuth and Tua. Joe Castles, thank you for the super chat yet again. Jalen Warren, Hubbard, or Joshua Palmer. So Jalen Warren is a guy, I think Spock was talking about him in the chat a little bit ago. Jalen Warren is actually a very talented player. He's actually much better this year than Najee Harris. What's up, Ron? But the problem is, do we do we want to just throw him in our lineup without seeing it first? Now I know maybe I'm that's like a pussy move, right? Being safe, but at the end of the day, I really think I have to really see Warren take over for Najee Harris before I'm comfortable in telling you guys, hey guys, we need to go ahead and just smash Warren directly into your lineup. So I want Warren on my team. This is not an anti-Warren post. I want him on my roster, but I don't necessarily want him in my lineup. And then Chuba Hubbard or Palmer, I'm still going to go with Palmer. I understand the matchup is tough up against the 49ers, but this guy has seen a crazy amount of targets over the last 2 weeks. He's also just instantly going to be one of the bigger targets. And they're going to be down against the Niners. They're going to have to throw late. So that adds up even more positively towards to why I like Palmer this week. Jonathan Taylor or Joshua Palmer. I'm playing Jonathan Taylor, but I feel risky about it. Jeff Wilson, AJ Dillon, Algier, Gabe Davis, Mooney. I'd go with Gabe Davis and I'd go with Jeff Wilson. Fire emojis. Thank you, Kicks Plug. I appreciate you. Do I start DJ Moore or Antonio Gibson? I'm going with DJ Moore, even in the rain. Who is the number one running back in Carolina, Nick? In my opinion, it is Foreman. It might be Hubbard, but I think it's Foreman. At this point, should I just drop Waller? Sadly, yes, man. It's a fucking disaster. I thought that he was going to come back. It seems like, oh, he's going to return. Then they put him on the IR. Big yikes. Juan, thank you for the super chat. As per usual, man. I really appreciate that. Helps the channel stay afloat out here as if we're like some type of a fucking boat, but it does genuinely help. So I really do appreciate it. So does checking out our sponsor that we're going to talk about in a little bit. So what's up, Nick? How are you doing, Juan? I hope you're doing well. Keep Pitts or plug Njoku. Njoku should play, but it's still a risk. Also, for flex, keep Palmer in or Monty, Rondale, or Jeff Wilson. Great question, man. So, with Pitts and Njoku, they, in my opinion, are both incredibly risky. Because Njoku's coming off the injury. He might come back and not be necessarily 100%. Now, again, I'm not trying to dog on Njoku. I think Njoku's an incredibly talented tight end. But Pitts is fully healthy, and he might go out there and shit directly on your chest and score like 7 fantasy points. Our projections over at Stokastic really like Njoku this week. Really like Njoku. I make a DFS video, 2 DFS videos on our Stokastic DFS channel where I talk about DraftKings and the other website. You know, DraftKings is the sponsor of today's video, so we won't mention the other website, but I talk about on there the top 8 tight ends we have ranked in terms of projections for DFS, and we really like Njoku this week. He's top 5. Pitts is not even in the top 8. Normally, I believe in those projections. I think Pitts will have a decent game, but man, oh man, I don't trust him. I think I'm just going to have to go with Njoku in this spot. Both very risky. And then for the flex, I'm keeping in Palmer. I think Rondale, Jeff Wilson, and Monty are all fine options, but I just think Palmer is going to get force-fed the ball to the point where he's just going to have so many targets that even if he doesn't play the best, he's going to be able to overcome that. So my lean is play Njoku and then go with Joshua Palmer. Move to a sit? Yes. Yes, he's a sit. Yeah, who would have known that the Dolphins defense wouldn't learn to know how to fucking tackle Spock? What a game that was. Incredible duel between Tua and Fields. Very fun to watch, but not as a Dolphins fan, it wasn't the most fun to watch. Like, taking my fandom out of it, it was really cool, right? It's like, oh, look at this Fields guy. But as a Dolphins fan who bet on the Dolphins watching that game, I was like, holy fuck, like, we're going to lose. We're going to choke this game away. Justin Fields literally was unstoppable. Justin Fields is going to be unstoppable this week as well. What do you got Fields at this week, Spock, compared to Brady? I'd like to know, because Brady also is in a pretty favorable matchup this week. Palmer or Swift? But if you don't have it now, it's okay. You can just hit me with it on Sunday, or if you don't want to hit me with it, hit me with it on Sunday. That's okay too. Palmer or Swift? I'm still going to go with Swift. Should I start Tom Brady or Daniel Jones? I'm going Brady against Seattle. Oh, 335 for Brady, not 235. That makes a little bit more sense. Nick rocking with the bedhead. Yes, sir. Oh, fuck. I just definitely skipped the question right there. I just got out of the shower, actually, is why my hair looks like this. Should I take the risk with Foreman? I'm really scared he will bust over the safer guys. Oh, yeah. Definitely don't take the risk. Don't risk with him over those other guys. Don't do that. Notorious Nick, what's up, my man? I need your help. Half PPR. Foreman? You need to start 3. I'm going with Wilson, Foreman, Monty. Bitch, I feel like Monte. John, what's going on, man? Start 2, Sutton, Thielen, A-Rob. I'm going with the first 2. DJ Moore or Wilson Jr.? I'm going Wilson Jr. Also, Twatty Miller dropped a touchdown. Dude, look, I'm someone who fucking hates Tom Brady. Like, I've always been a Tom Brady hater. Recently, I kind of like him now he's on Tampa Bay, but it's like embarrassing how many of these guys are dropping balls. Pause. Like, they're throwing the ball. Like, Brady throws the ball right at their face mask and they're fucking dropping it. It's unbelievable. Pick one at DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Brown, Travis Etienne. I would pick. I'm playing AJ Brown. But I like all three of those. That's hard. No, it's all good. I know you're fucking with me, Bradley. Traded Chase for Juju, Connor, Wilson Jr. 3 and 6. Running backs were Dylan and Algier. Oh yeah, no, I like that trade. Love Juju. Should I start Kirk Cousins or Danny Dimes? I'm going with young Kirko. Fuck. Actually, I think I kind of like Danny Dimes better. Fuck. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kirk. I'm gonna go Danny Dimes. I'm gonna go Danny Dimes. Blair, thank you for the super chat, my man. Start Pittman, Gabe Davis, or Jeff Wilson. So, Josh Allen more than likely is not playing. I would be shocked if Josh Allen plays. I think honestly, if you're the Bills, you want to. I've explained this in all these videos, so I'll keep it quick. If you're the Bills, you want to win the Super Bowl. You want to know how you win the Super Bowl? Your quarterback is healthy in the playoffs. You want to know how you get your playoff hurts? You throw your quarterback into a situation where he should not be playing right after that injury. Now, again, I'm not trying to just be like, oh, Josh Allen's a pussy for sitting. No, it's actually the right idea. That's what he should be doing. He should be sitting. Could he play on Sunday? Definitely. The injury didn't seem to really hamper him in that game, but I don't know, man. If I'm them, I'm sitting him. So Pittman, I'm just done with. I don't want anything to do with Pittman. So I'm going Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson was the guy last week up against the Bears, and now he has had another week in the Dolphins system. We play the Browns this week. I like this spot for Jeff Wilson, so I'm gonna go with Jeff Wilson. Mr. Ness, P. Ness. Half PPR pick 2. Palmer, Lazard, Godwin, and Goff or Fields. Great question. So Goff or Fields playing each other this week. I actually like Goff a ton, but with what we've seen out of Fields, you just have to go with Justin Fields. He is the clear answer there. The rushing upside is just immense. And then in terms of the receivers, look, man, I can't quit Chris Godwin. If Joshua Palmer outscores Chris Godwin, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But it feels like Godwin continues to get a million zillion targets game in and game out. Million targets, and he does nothing with it. It is incredibly frustrating as a fantasy football player who has a lot of him. So I'm going to go with Lazard and Godwin still, though, because Lazard obviously is like the only man remaining in Green Bay, except for Samurai Tori, a couple other guys. So we're going to go with Lazard and Godwin, and then we're going to go with Justin Fields. Earlier in the season, I joked that his name was Bustin Fields, and the guy just fucking directly busted right on that take because the guy has been absolutely insane in the membrane, as the kids say. So yeah, we're gonna go with Lazard, Godwin, and Fields. Kyle, what's up, man? Fins up, go Dolphins. Hey, Nick, start Foreman tonight. And do you start Fields or Daniel Jones? Love your channel and the insight. Thank you, man. Okay, so my breakdown of your quarterback situation is the easiest part of this. Fields, for sure. Fields is playing up against the Lions. Lions defense is absolute dog shit. The Lions defense literally is so bad. It's actually shocking how bad they are. They are literally one of the worst defenses I've ever seen. But Nick, they played really good against the Packers last week. I know they did. I'll give them some credit about that. But ultimately, I think Aaron Rodgers kind of just shit the bed instead of thinking about the fact that we actually saw a great game out of the defense. That's kind of my thought process on that. But my opinion here on this question is we're going Justin Fields over Daniel Jones pretty easily. And then are we starting Foreman tonight? Yes. I'm not super confident that he's going to be like a top 10 back like he was last time these two teams played, but it is rainy, so they're going to look to run the ball. I'm going with Foreman. I'm starting him tonight, and then I like Justin Fields. Go Dolphins, baby. Fins up. Pollard or Mooney in the flex. Pollard for sure. Koo or Myers. I'd go with Myers because of the rain. Start Jamal Williams or Foreman. I would go with Jamal Williams, but they're incredibly close. Sit Drake London. Best finish since week 3. Yeah, I don't know if you're subscribed, Spock, to the Stokastic Fantasy Football YouTube channel, the other channel that this stream is on. One of my must-sit guys of the week is Drake London. The other one is, I think you mentioned him, Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, I also talked about. Cortland Sutton has been a disaster. A absolute disaster recently. It's a tough scene. Oh, fuck. Oh, I gotta cut someone on my Dynasty roster. Gotta cut Cole Beasley, man. Feels bad. All right. Next question. I already answered that one. Mark Andrews for Chris Olave and George Kittle. I would rather have Chris Olave and George Kittle. Foreman or Wilson Jr. I'd prefer. Fuck, I want to know who I had in my rankings because I think technically I prefer Foreman, but I don't know who I ranked higher. That's the question. I think I would go personally with Foreman, but it is close. Dylan Pimpy Nicky, Pitts, Schultz, or Fryermuth. I'm going Schultz for sure. Kyle, thank you for the super chat, my man. I really appreciate it. All right, so let me just fix my Dynasty lineup really quick. It's going to take like 2 seconds here. Gotta just put all these players in. Take all these players out that aren't by. I gotta play Brandon Cook's dumbass in this league, which sucks. Okay. Thank you, Kyle, for the super chat. Fins up, baby. Full PPR, Monty, Aaron Jones, Pollard, Patterson, pick 2, Godwin, Lockett, pick 1, 1 flex, and pick 1 tight end. Fins up, baby. Penis Guy is a great name. I agree. Mr. Sir Ness has a great name. So my lean on this is for the tight end. Actually, we'll just answer this in, I don't know why the fuck I try to answer this backwards, right? I could just answer it normally. My answer to this would be I'm going to go with Patterson and Aaron Jones. I'm going to go with Lockett. At my flex, I'm going Godwin. And at the tight end, I'm going with Evan Ingram. So Patterson, Aaron Jones, Lockett, Godwin, Evan Ingram. Thank you for the super chat. Hope that helped, man. I hope that helped. Go Dolphins. Looking for a big win this week. One thing I fucking hate about super small leagues, like I'm in a 10-team league. My team's absolutely stacked, but I don't have enough spots to actually start all my players. It does. All right, very nice. Wilson Jr., Foreman, Sutton, Johnson. I'm going with Foreman. Foreman, Najee, Ayuk, Foreman. Someone just dropped Andrews currently. Have Goddard and Kittle. No, because how are you ever going to? Yeah, actually, technically, yes, you're going to have to pick him up, but who are you going to cut? I guess you cut Goddard for him. That makes sense. I love you long time. Foreman or Tony Pollard. I'd go with Foreman because I think Zeke's going to play. Start 1. Josh Palmer for me. Rank my mom's team: Goff, Evans, Kirk, Jeff Wilson. Foreman, your mom's team looks pretty solid to me. Solid 8.5. Foreman, Gallup, Wilson Jr., or London? Foreman. I don't know why. Just looking like fucking what's that guy's name? Kirby. All right, dog. I gotta play DJ Moore in my fucking leagues. DJ Moore, I'm worried about him. But I got the Bipocalypse this week. Khalil Herbert, Christian Kirk, Jeff Wilson. I am starting Christian Kirk, and then Carr Mariota. I'm going Carr. Pittman, Sutton, Mooney, Moore, full PPR. I am starting Pittman and Sutton. Yikes. Pitts or Ingram? Pitts. Pick up Andrews. Yes, I agree with that. Gino or Dak? Dak. The Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Okay. So we've been fucking around for far too long here, and we forgot to do the ad read, which I'm going to pull up as I answer some more questions. Hey, Jerry Judy for Goddard Dynasty. Oh, man. Oh, man. Since it's Dynasty, it makes it tough. Because it's Dynasty, it makes it tough because I think Judy's going to turn it around. But honestly, I think I would because of the fact that it is tight end premium. Says the Foreman's the running back 1. That's a fact. Pollard or Connor? Connor. No, Pollard. Pierce or Patterson? Um, I like them both a lot. Fuck. I think I have. Let me just pull up my rankings. 'Cause I don't want to sound like a dumbass and say the wrong thing because they're both really close to my rankings. Pull this bitch up. NFL rankings, PPR weekly rankings. One more time. So I have Pierce RB10, Patterson RB11. So I'd prefer Pierce, but it's super close. Algier or Mostert? Mostert, Foreman or Palmer? I think I go Palmer. Is Walker a must start? Yes. Start two, DJ Moore, Palmer, Cortland Sutton, Pickens, Palmer, and Pickens for me. Pick two, PPR, Swift, Pollard, Mostert, and Rondale. Swift and Rondale. Dropping Boyd to get Andrews. That makes sense. Peoples Jones or Marshall or Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins for me. DJ. Pick two. Juju, Judy, Godwin. Juju and Godwin for sure. What's up, Rise? Hope you're doing well, man. One more time. All right. Yeah, it's really just on Russ, man. It's really just Russ's fault. Kirk Cousins or Russell Wilson. Kirk Cousins, and then uh, you can play Sutton without Wilson, but I don't love Sutton this week. He's one of my must sits. I'm going Cousins. DJ Moore, Tony Pollard, DJ Moore. Schultz or Pitts have Dak. Actually, I think I'd go Tony Pollard, to be honest with you. Schultz or Pitts have Dak. Schultz. What's up, Nick? Yeah, Foreman's a fine rollout tonight. All right, quick word from our friends and our sponsor over at DraftKings Sportsbook. If you're a brand new user to DraftKings Sportsbook, make sure you guys click the link in the video description down below. If you're a brand new user and bet $5 on any pregame money line, the MLB, obviously the MLB isn't going on anymore, so the NFL, NHL, college football, basketball, any of that shit, if you bet on any of those with $5, you'll receive $200 in free bets if your bet wins. If your bet wins. So since your bet has to win, my personal preference on what you guys need to do is to go on over and bet on college football. My favorite picks of the week are Tennessee up against Missouri and Michigan against Nebraska. Again, it's always great to get free money, and DraftKings is basically giving you free money as long as your bet wins. So please make sure you guys take advantage of that. If you are new to DraftKings, it helps me out a ton, and it also will help you out because you get $200 in free bets. Shout out to DraftKings. That's a fact, Daily Driver. That's a fact. Brian Robinson or Hubbard? All right, look, I don't have high expectations for either of these fuckers this week. I liked Brian Robinson because he was the guy, but now it doesn't feel like Brian Robinson is the guy. It seems like Antonio Gibson is the guy, making this situation even more unclear. Personally, I'm going to go ahead and lean with Chuba Hubbard. I don't love either this week. Both are touchdown dependent, but ultimately my lean is to go with Chuba Hubbard. Mr. Ness, how are you doing, sir? Half PPR pick two, Foreman, Devontae Smith, or Curtis Samuel. Pretty simple for me. Curtis Samuel is one of the safest players in all of fantasy football. The guy's like a top 32 receiver every single week, but the problem is he's never really wide receiver 10 or 15. He's just going to be wide receiver 28 or 30. So I would personally go with Foreman and Smith. I think Foreman has a lot of upside. I think Devontae Smith has a lot of upside. Now, Devontae Smith's bad games, if I seem to remember, he had a game where he's like receiver 100, but he also has the upside to be receiver like 3 because of how fast he is, how incredible he is in that offense. That's elite. I'm going Foreman and Smith for show. Faux shizzle, as they say. Robinson, Singletary, Connor, and Singletary for me. Is Kareem Hunt done for? For fantasy, he's a good handcuff because if Chubb gets hurt, he's going to be in a really good situation. But other than that, I would say he's more than likely done for fantasy football purposes. Make sure everyone right now fucking hit that like button right now. If you don't hit the like button, your fantasy team's going to lose. So even if I give you this excellent advice, your team's going to lose. Start Foreman, Pollard, or Najee Harris. We're going to go with Foreman and Pollard. Rondell Moore's the wide receiver 9. I love Rondell Moore, man. I love Rondell Moore. Sadly, I haven't given him as much of an answer, though. Palmer or Johnson? Palmer. Is Patterson a must start? In my opinion, yes. Make sure you guys smash that like button, dude. Punch that fucking like button like it owes you money. Wilson Jr. or Connor Wilson Jr. Hurts or Fields. Hurts. McLaurin or Sutton. McLaurin. Dulcich or Schultz. Schultz. Pretty much Pitts or Komet full PPR. We're going to go with Pitts. Wide receiver 1 in a flex. Lazard. Foreman. Hurts is safer than Fields, even though Fields has been. Yeah, I agree. Fields is fucking on fire, man. Mostert or Pollard, and then Sutton or Rondale, Palmer or Devontae Smith, Palmer for me, David, Njoku or Schultz, Brady or Cousins. I think I go Brady. Liked, unliked, and liked again. Shout out to you, Tyron. Thank you very much. Patterson or Fournette? We're going to go with Patterson. I'm going out to watch the game tonight with my friends at the bar. I'm very excited to fucking go there just so I can eat. I'm an absolute fat bastard. I want one of those, those huge ass pretzels. I don't know what they're called. Bavarian pretzel. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But those big pretzels with the nice cheese dip. That's some good old shit right there, man. Should I start DJ Moore in the rain? I am, but I don't prefer him. I don't prefer him this week. Gotta come in and hit that like button. That's a fact, man. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. The fucking comments people leave on my YouTube videos, some of them are so fucking funny. I try to answer every question in the comments. I don't know if people realize just how many questions I get. Like I think people they just assume that it's very easy to answer these questions. It takes a while. It really does. I try to answer as many as possible though. So if you do leave a comment on my video, just know I do try and answer it. I do try and answer it. Alrighty. All right, next question here. Hey Nick, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm gonna have to scroll down a little bit. Again, you might have to answer your question multiple times for it to get answered, just so you know. And again, it's not because I'm purposely skipping over you. It's because I'm just clicking on whatever shows up on my screen, because otherwise we'll be like 10 minutes behind on questions, and then people just have left already. Godwin, Judy, or Lazard. Lazard and Godwin for me. Oh, but it's just 3. I'm going Lazard. Kyler Murray is on the waiver wire. Yeah, I'm dropping Deontay Johnson like it's hot. I'm picking him up. Brady or Gene though. I'm going Gene though, Smith. Sutton or DPJ. I'm going Sutton. You get tons of questions daily. It's a fact, man. It's a tough scene. It's a tough scene. You guys should see my Twitter DMs. I'm like a OnlyFans chick. I get so many fucking DMs. Pittman, DJ Moore, or Sutton. I'm going DJ Moore. Who should I start in the flex? You can only flex 1, 2. I'm going Lockett, man. I'm going Lockett. So you have it correct with Evans, Lockett, and Juju. I'm just playing Patterson. Very nice. First place, baby. My favorite part about making all these videos is at the end of the season when I get a bunch of comments that say, Nick, I won my league and you helped me. That's what we do this for, man. So let's hope everyone here wins. And you know what's funny? Like in my leagues, I'm getting absolutely demolished. Stay off Route 23. That's a fact, Bruce. Nowhere in Rondale or Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen for me. Oh shit, I lied right to your face, Rondale Moore. Gabe Davis, Pickens, Palmer, Curtis Samuel. I'm going Palmer. Nick, I traded Aaron Jones, Ayuk, and Boyd for Justin Jefferson and OBJ. How did I do? I think you did all right in that one, assuming OBJ comes back. 2 and Fields. 2 over Fields. Yeah, I would lean 2 over Fields, but I like both of them. Start 2. Taylor and Gibson for me. Thanks, buddy. No problem. Harris, Debo, or Rondale. Pick 2 of the 2 receivers. Foreman or Palmer. I'd go. Dude, I've gotten this question so many times. I think I've said Foreman like half the time, Palmer the other half of the time. Probably going to go Palmer. Mariota, Danny Dimes, or Keenum if he plays. I'm going Danny Dimes. DJ Moore, Palmer for me. Patterson or Foreman or both. I'm going Patterson, and then I'm playing the other guys you have correct. My starters: Fields, CMC, Chubb. Ooh, your team's looking spicy, Bradley. Your team's looking good. Keenan still has that scat tissue issue. Got a big issue with this very tissue. I need 2 ply when I cry. From That's So Raven, I think, maybe. What is that from? To Ply When I Cry. Oh, it's from SpongeBob. Fuck, there was something else from That's So Raven that I thought was very funny. I know it's scar tissue issue. I know what you're talking about. Only picked 2. Um, Foreman and Zeke. Now Foreman and Monty. Terrence Marshall, Zay Jones, or Michael Gallup need 2. Marshall and Gallup. Flex. Who do I put in? I'm going Lockett, Ingram or Komet Ingram. DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Brennan Cooks, CD, George Pickens. Pick 2. Elbow cough. Hit the fucking dab. Terry McLaurin and She D Lamb. Bench 2. I'm benching. Fuck, man. Benching. Benching DJ Moore. Gabe Davis. Baby girl. Chad, what's up, my man? Elliott or Mostert, Gino or Murray? Great question. Gino or Murray is a tough one, man. That's really tough. Oof, man, because Murray's playing the Rams. The Rams defense did look good last week. Gino is playing up against the Bucks. The Bucks defense does look good. Right now my rankings for quarterbacks aren't actually done yet because I wait until Saturday to finalize them. Thursday is the running back day where I do the fucking cock. I accidentally unfocused myself, so let me fix that. But what I'm saying is that on today I finalized the running back ones. Obviously I edit them more, but the quarterback ones are not so final right now. But I still think I would probably want to lean with Kyler ever so slightly. So we're going to go Kyler Murray. Again, very close. And then Mostert or Zeke. I hate Ezekiel Elliott. I think Mostert's a fine start, but I'd rather go with Zeke, even though I think he's an absolute fucking garbage can. The team just feeds him the rock. Churn the rock with Zeke. They keep giving him the ball, even though I don't think he's any good. We're going to go with Zeke and Kyler. Everett or Dulcich. We're going to go with Dulcich. Ayuk or Palmer, LeBron or KD. I'm an avid LeBron hater, so we're gonna go with KD. Murray. Need one Drake London or Terrace Marshall tonight. We're gonna go with Terrace Marshall. Would you start Judy or Gabe over McLaurin or Connor? No. No, I would not. I like Gabe Davis though, but I think he might struggle a lot. Jerry Jones is a hard on for Zeke. Yeah, he's had a hard on for the last 7 hours. He needs to go to the hospital. That's what they at least tell you in the Viagra ads. Alrighty. Herbert or Fields? Herbert or Fields? Fields. That sounds crazy, but Fields. Next question. Dak or Herbert? Go in Dak. 3 and 6. Problem is you're not going to be able to get much for Gabe Davis right now. If I was you, I would trade D-Hop for another receiver, a downgraded receiver, and a running back. That's what I would do. Had Swift and Jamal Williams, I bench either to start. No, I'm playing both of them in that case. Zay Jones, Terrence Marshall, Michael Gallup. I'd go Michael Gallup and Marshall. Foreman or Najee, Foreman, London or Singletary, Walker or Jacobs, Swift, Pollard. I'd go Walker and Jacobs. Oh, you can only pick one? I'm going Jacobs. Fournette or Patterson? Wait. Fournette or Patterson? We're going to go Fournette. No, we're going Patterson. Trade away Keenan for Gabe Davis? Fuck yeah. CD, Cooper, Juju. Pick 2. CD and Juju for me. DJ Moore, Brandon Ayuk. I'd go Ayuk. Foreman for Juju or Deontay. I would rather get Juju. Trade away Keenan for Gabe Davis. Yes. Herbert or Mooney in the flex full PPR. Mooney. I'm going Herbert. Sorry. Gabe Davis or J-Rob rest of the season. Gabe Davis. Standard pick 2. Foreman, Gabe Davis, Aaron Jones. Going with the 2 backs. Foreman and Jones. Um, Khalil Herbert or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. What wide receiver and running back do you think I get for D Hop? These kind of questions are incredibly tough because I don't know, like, for instance, like, I don't know, like, who the teams have that would want D Hop. Like, a range of receiver, I'd be fine dropping down. So, like, if you have D Hop, like, go ahead and get Amari Cooper or Juju or Mike Evans or Lockett, that kind of range. And then for the running back, you're just looking to get a guy that's like serviceable at running back. So, for instance, like a Jeff Wilson Jr., Jamal Williams, one of those kind of guys. Thank you for the super chat, Chad. Again, Everett or Ertz? Great question. I like Everett a ton, but I also just feel a little bit more comfortable playing Ertz. Ertz really hasn't screwed the pooch once this season. Whereas Everett has screwed the pooch multiple times. I'll just read it to you real quick. I assume you're playing in full PPR. If you're not, then I'll read off half PPR as well. So in full PPR, Ertz has been tight end 11, 3, 12, 6, 10, 9, 22, 5, and 6. In half PPR, he's been tight end 7, 5, 15, 5, 11, 11, 25, 5. Whereas Everett has been a fucking roller coaster ride, right? In half PPR, 4, 11, 33, 4, 51, 24, 8, 15. In full PPR, 4, 8, 33, 5, 51, 21, 6, 13. I'd rather just go with the safety of Ertz when they have similar upside. The special K, what's up, my man? Pick 2, Pittman, Sanders, Palmer, Devontae, Rondale Moore. Great question. We're going to go with Miles Sanders, and then we are going to go with Rondale Moore. Man, the problem is I have Palmer and Rondale Moore ranked so closely, but I'm starting to lean closer to Rondale Moore. I just feel like Rondale Moore might have the bigger game personally. Fuck. And I really like Palmer too. Well, we're going to go Rondale Moore ahead of him. And then we're going to go with Miles Sanders for sure. I love Miles Sanders. Patterson or Chubb, Kenneth Walker, ETN, JT. Pick 3. Chubb. Oh my gosh. Chubb, Walker, and ETN for me. Williams or Algier. Williams for sure. Hunter Henderson. I'd rather go with Hunt. That Nick is so hot right now. It's a fact. Stay hot. Rank my starting team 1 through 10. Justin Herbert, the pervert. Diggs, D-Hop, Singletary, Connor, Everett, Joshua Palmer, Eagles, Jason Sanders. Jason Sanders a bum, but overall your team is pretty solid. I think your team is slightly better than your mom's team. So 8.75 for you. With Chuba in tonight, would you still go Foreman over Jeff Wilson? Yes. But it is close between Jeff Wilson and Foreman, and I think I've told half the people to start Jeff Wilson, half the people to start Foreman because they're both incredibly close in my head. And it's raining, so they're going to try to run more. Justin Herbert, Wilson for Burrow, half PPR, 12 man. I would rather have Herbert and Garrett Wilson. Foreman or Christian Kirk, Foreman, Palmer or Cooper, Foreman or Kirk, Foreman, Tua or Fields, Tua. Trade Kenneth Walker for J-Rob, Bills defense. Fuck no, baby, don't do that. Dante Foreman scored 31 points against Atlanta 2 weeks ago. Agreed. Foreman's going to go crazy. Najee Harris or Khalil Herbert? Khalil Herbert. Dulcich or Njoku this week and rest of season? I'd go with Dulcich this week, but Njoku rest of season. Alrighty. So I'm going with, yeah. Hope that was a good breakdown for you. Green-Eyed Bandit, what's up, my man? Hope you're doing well. Hit that like button for our man, Nick. That's a fact. Make sure you smash that like button like it fucking owes you money. We're about to craft up a beautiful parlay tonight. I do want to bet on DraftKings Sportsbook, of course. Where else would I be betting, man? They're the sponsor of today's video. Where else would you want to bet? You know what I'm saying? Bet $5 on any pre-sport money line. If it hits, you win $200 in free bets. Make sure you guys check that out. Again, link in the video description. You like how I integrated that? Because I'm fucking sharp, man. And they also have Cordero Patterson to score a touchdown tonight plus 200. You bet $100, you win $200. Not saying you have to bet $100 though, but that's just the best way to describe plus 200 if you're new to betting. Foreman, Lazard, or Judy? Oof, I'm going Lazard. Foreman or Connor? Foreman. Pollard or Johnson? Pick one. Thanks. Pickens, Pollard. I'm going Pollard. Mahomes or Hurts? These are the kind of questions, Mr. Papa. You need to trade one of these guys off your team because you are going to be stuck every single week in an absolute mental gymnastics loop in your head on trying to figure out which one to start. I'm going Hurts. Thank you for the super chat, the special K. Drop Dalton Schultz for Greg Dulcich. I have Pitts. I love Greg Dulcich, but you simply cannot do that because I honestly think Dalton Schultz is going to be incredible with Dak Prescott back. That is kind of just my lean on things here. We're going to go with holding Schultz, man. You just simply can't cut Schultz. And I understand he hasn't had the hottest season so far, but I think with Dak Prescott back, we're going to see a lot more heavy usage of Schultz. Schultz has actually looked significantly better over the last 2 games with Dak Prescott back. So my lean here is to go with Dalton Schultz. I'm holding Dalton Schultz, and I'm playing him over Pitts. Thank you. No problem. No one trades. I hate it. Oh, that's tough, man. D. Foreman or Christian Kirk? I would go with Foreman. Guys, we're about to place a fat parlay here. I bet the Dolphins to win the AFC East. They're plus 400 the other day. But we're going to get a nice parlay here. Cordero Patterson and Donta Foreman to score. Running back season. It's at plus 510. You bet $25. You win $152. Take that one straight to the fucking bank. Straight to the bank. Donta Foreman and Cordero Patterson both scoring a tug in this game. Take that one straight to the bank, guys. Take it straight to the fucking bank. I know I am, bro. Cashing that one out. I trade Mostert for Davis. Was this a good trade? Yes. Assuming Mr. Josh Allen comes back. Schultz is a stud with Dak. Agreed, Captain Spock. Great minds think alike, even though sometimes we think differently. That's okay, though. That's the best thing about making these videos. Not everyone agrees with me. It's the best part because we can have a nice conversation about it. It's good that you guys don't all just think the same way I do. Makes it more fun, more interactive. Kansas City Chiefs, Pittsburgh, or Seahawks? I would go with the Chiefs. Foreman, Wilson Jr., Zeke, Jamal Williams. Great question. I'm going with Foreman. J100 Gaming. I like your picture you got there. It's a nice drawing of yourself. I assume that's a drawing of you. Hit that thumbs up, baby. You know what? We gotta fucking run the thing on the bottom. Hit that like button, please. It needs to be on the stream at all times. Pacheco or Hubbard's? Hubbard. Schultz or Higbee? Schultz. Keenan Allen for DJ Moore. I would rather have DJ Moore because I don't know when Keenan Allen's going to come back, man. Alrighty. Next question. Foreman, Sutton, or Hunt at the flex. Foreman for me. Schultz, Hawk, and Njoku will be super good late season tight ends. I agree with you on that. Should I trade Aaron Jones for Amari Cooper? I would hold Aaron Jones. Unless you really need a receiver and you have a lot of running backs. Would you trade Travis Kelce for D-Hop, Goddard, and Tua? Yes. Moore or Palmer? I would rather play Moore, I think. I pivoted off of Palmer. We're going Moore now. D Swift or Williams? I'd go with Williams personally, but it's really close, and we got to wait until Sunday if we hear some more stuff. I picked Mixon to be the running back for the year in July. People call me a douche lol. Mixon's now the RB3. Who's laughing now, biatches? You know what, Spock? I wasn't the biggest believer in Mixon. Mixon did just score 50 points, so that's why he's doing so well. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I probably would have disagreed with you back then. Not in a crazy way, though. But I'm just not super confident in Mixon, man. I don't know what it is. He just doesn't run effectively, except for last week. He literally put the team on his back. Gotta respect it, though. Kamara for Ramondre Stevenson and D-Hop or AJ Brown. Kamara for Stevenson and D-Hop. Actually, I'd rather have... Ooh, who would you guys rather have, chat? D-Hop or AJ Brown? I think I would rather... I'm calling you guys chat like I'm some scumbag Twitch streamer. I think I'd rather have AJ Brown slightly, though. Thanks, G. That's what I thought. No problem, the Hound. Love your acting. Good stuff, brother. Hell yeah. Murray for 2. I'd rather have Murray. Pick 3, half PPR, Judy, Ayuk, Devontae Smith, Palmer. Going with the back 3. Palmer, Ayuk, and Devontae Smith. Everyone disagreed with me back then. Well, yeah. Is what it is, man. I used to be a huge. You guys all like AJ Brown. A lot of people like AJ Brown more, and it is a tough call. I agree with you, Captain Spock. All right. So rate my team: Dickie, Dak Prescott, Damian Pierce, Foreman, Devontae Adams, Juju, Kittle, Amon Rod, Daniel Carlson, Vikings D. I think your team looks incredible, man. It's like a 10 out of 10. Foreman or Pickens? Foreman. Um, Interesting to see. Interesting to see. We completely off of DJ Moore because of the rain. I'm not completely off of DJ Moore. I'm not in favor of DJ Moore normally. And the rain scares me a little bit more. But I'm playing him in my league, my 14 team league. I got him in. But in like most scenarios, he's on my bench. He's riding the fucking pine. Um, Trade away Jacoby or and a second for Devontae. In Dynasty, I would do that. Devonta Smith, I assume you're talking about. Agreed, but the matchup made me want to start him. I feel that. I feel that. Would you rather have Jefferson for D Hop and Olave? I would rather have D Hop and Olave. I'm surprised people will offer you trades like that. Yeah, then do that. All right, I'm gonna put the stream on my other monitor so I can look at my fantasy lineups real quick. Any other questions? Make sure you leave them in the chat. And I agree with that. D Hop could easily be the wide receiver one rest of the season, very easily. Um, yeah. Fucking dude, Taysom Hill, it was funny. I saw someone in chat a while ago said that they banned Taysom Hill in their league, and Taysom Hill has barely scored any fantasy points recently. Algier, Mac, Hawk, Gabe Davis, Mooney. I'm going Mac Hollins and DJ. I'm going Gabe Davis and TJ Hawkinson. I have Palmer. Yeah, definitely do that. Do that trade, man. Do that trade for sure. God bless you, Nick. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you as well. Algier or Chuba for tonight? Chuba. DJ Moore or Hardman? I'm going DJ Moore. Tiap getting 11 targets a game. True. Would you try to sell Sanders if you acquired AJ Brown? I'd be fine playing both of them personally. Pierce or Evans in the flex? I'd go with Pierce. Pittman or Jeff Wilson Jr.? I'd go with Jeff Wilson Jr. I try to bench, but oh, okay. I get that. I get that. Rate my team. Your team looks pretty solid there. Yeah, your team's like fucking amazing, except for Judy, but I think Judy will be fine. Williams or Algier? Williams. Start Dalton Schultz, Deontay Johnson, or Curtis Samuel. I would start Dalton Schultz. Do I trade Gabe for Algier and Gibson? No. Rate my team: Fields, Gino, Brady, Evans, Waddle, D-Hop, CMC, Kamara. Every time someone asks to rate their team's always amazing. That team's fucking amazing. Pacheco, Warren, or Algier? I'd probably roll with Warren. Foreman or Hubbard? Foreman, Jones, Foreman, Fournette, Rondell Moore, pick two. If Jones is Aaron Jones, we're going Aaron Jones and Uncle Lenny Fournette. Kyle Pitts or Hawkinson? I'd go Hawkinson. Thanks, bro. No problem. Yeah, I could play Pittman or Deontay Johnson or DJ. I'll play DJ. Confidence in Chase coming back and being decent after the injury. I don't know if he's going to come back or not, to be honest with you, but I do assume if he comes back, he will be healthy. Pick one for this week: Gabe or Pickens. I would rather play Pickens. Did he say anything about DJ Moore and the weather? I'm playing DJ Moore, but I fully understand that the weather is a humongous risk. D Swift or Pollard? Swift. Swift. Let's get Swifted. Drake London is an absolutely abysmally bad start tonight. Oh, my funny bone is acting all weird. Fuck. Oh, man. Why the fuck is Geno Smith in my lineup instead of Dak? Fucking Jesus. That's so bad. Sticky Dak Prescott time. Where do you have George Pickens ranked? He's a top 32 receiver this week. I don't know exactly where because I haven't done the receiver rankings yet, but I have a range. I think next year, given this all works out, I think next year we're going to have some type of a system where you guys can pay and have the rankings every week, just at your disposal, like updated every day, so that people can can have that. And also, make sure you guys check out the Discord. The Discord's popping. We're trying to get more people in the Discord. At 30, that makes sense. He really shit the bed against the Eagles, but the Eagles is just such a tough matchup that I don't really expect him. I didn't expect him to have a big game. Hubbard or Pacheco? Definitely Hubbard. Moore, Deontay, Moore, and then Foreman over Moostert. Appreciate the help as always. No problem, Kevin. Jacoby Myers from the Patriots worth holding on to? Yes, he definitely is. Right, I've looked at all my teams like a million times. Like, I'm just rolling with the guys that I got in right now. Foreman tonight. Other options are Wan'Dale Robinson. Go Foreman. I traded Pittman and Pitts for Amon-Ra London. Yeah, that's a win. That's a win. That's a W. Oh, I gotta play fucking Mariota tonight, guys. Oh, no. I feel like Mariota's gonna get some crazy rushing yards, though. I don't want to do it, though, but I'm gonna have to play him. I'm gonna play fucking Greg Dulcich. Alright. My Superflex team is absolutely fucking stacked to the gills, loaded to the gills. I'm gonna share my screen and show it to you guys right now. I'm gonna keep answering your guys' questions, though. Don't worry. Let me just show you this shit. Look how stacked this team is right here. This is my Superflex team. Starting roster is insane. Problem is, Ramondre's on bye, so my running backs are kind of weak. Oh, let me change the background real quick. I don't rock with this background here. We want a nice stonks right here. Actually, we'll go with this one. But yeah, this team is nice with it. Real nice with it. But it's only fucking, I'm 4-5. Which is funny. I'll definitely get that next year updates are a must for a W. That's a fact, man. Gotta eat those W's, baby. I hope you guys have been enjoying the stream again. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. All right, I'm gonna go through all my teams. I'm just gonna show them off. So, just so you guys know, some of my records are absolutely atrocious. I don't think I've won since week 3 in this one league here. Yeah, I was on a 3-win streak, and I've lost 6 games in a row here. Because after Swift got hurt, this is a 14-team league. My whole team went downhill. This team's gross, though. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Disgusting. Get this off my screen. Get this off my screen. Gandalf's an excellent start, man. Pitts or Dulcich? I go Dulcich. What's the word on Odell Beckham Jr.? He's expected to come back soon. Thanks, Spock. Shout out to Spock. Foreman, Wilson Jr., Zeke, Jamal Williams. I'm going Foreman. Pretty hard to bench. Cup. Agreed. Mike Williams, Patterson, Mike Evans, Patterson, Foreman. I'm going Mike Evans and Patterson. He's still unsigned, but he's going to sign soon. And this is my 10-team league team, the team that's absolutely stacked. But I only have fucking 3 wins. This is the one thing I hate about 10-team leagues is like when there's not enough wide receivers or more flex spots, like I end up doing shit even though my team is stacked. So annoying. Gotta hate fantasy football, man. All right. How do I do? I'll show you my Yahoo team. This is my 14-team league team for work, our work league. Would you try and trade Swift for Pierce? I think I'm holding. Tua and Zeke for Monty and Justin Herbert. I would rather have Tua and Zeke. Pitts or Foster. Pitts. Walker for Jonathan Taylor. I'd rather have Walker. I don't want anything to do with Jonathan Taylor. Just an FYI. Nothing to do with him. DJ Moore, CD, Godwin, pick 2. Thanks, dude. No problem. Godwin and CD. Start 2. Pickens, Marshall. Thanks, Nick. I'm projected to lose by 20. I'm going to go Pittmans and Pickens. This team's kind of gross too, but it is a 14-team league. I went heavy into the Broncos, so I went Russell Wilson, Melvin Gordon, and Russell Wilson, and it's just been a disaster. Alrighty. Let's close that out. Said she's ready to go. So CD and Godwin here. Have ETN, Walker, Dalvin, Patterson, benching Dalvin for Patterson. Do I make the right call? I'd rather play Dalvin personally. That's fucking tough. Moreau, Fant, Otten, or Juwan Johnson. I'd go Moreau. Actually, I'm going Otten. Pitts or Njoku. I'm going Njoku. Still bench James Conner in most situations. Yes. JT going off. Just saying. I hope he does. I really hope he does, man. I pray that he does. Tonta Foreman or James Conner Foreman. Manifesting that Pitts gets 100 yards at touchdown. I hope so too. I hope so too. Like these guys that you drafted super highly that have been absolute dick cheese. I hope they do good for you. 2 sticks in my hand like I'm playing the Wii. All right. I think my teams are all good here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Smash that like button aggressively. We got 70 concurrent viewers right now. 10 on Stokastic Fantasy Football. 59 on Notorious Fantasy. So make sure you guys hit that like button. We need to have at least as many likes as viewers, and that's just a fact. Tua is the more valuable than Herbert these days, Mitchell. That would be a hard trigger to pull. Did I answer that question? Yeah, I did answer that question. I refer to Foreman or Rondale Moore? Foreman. Nick, were you always this funny, or was it fantasy football that turned you? Well, I'm not sure, honestly. I never really thought of myself as really that funny until I made videos, and then people said I was funny. To be honest with you, I don't know. I mean, like in high school and stuff, like I wasn't like some jokester stuff because I would never want to get in trouble or anything. So I don't know. I was not much of a comedian in class. In college, though, in some classes, I would fucking crack some jokes during class. That's after I started making videos. People said I was funny, and then I just started to try to turn things on. The funniest thing I ever actually got was in college freshman year. I gave this speech in health class about what I wanted to do when I grew up. Like my what's it called? It's like a vision board. And my vision was that I was going to be a fantasy football analyst. And that I would grow up and that's what I would do. Like I'd be a history teacher and then I'd become a fantasy analyst. And it came out to be true. And I was telling like jokes while I was up there. And my teacher said I should be a stand-up comedian. But I prefer to sit down. But yeah. Apparently I was funny in that class. Drafted Pitts in the 3rd round of too many leagues. Yeah. Isaiah, I'm just going to answer your question because you've asked it roughly 7,000 times. I got Chubb and Latavius Murray, and they get Miles Sanders and Curtis Samuel, who won. I would rather have Chubb and Latavius Murray. Can I win the chip with this team? 7-2 PPR 12-man. Kyler Murray, Fournette, Damian Pierce, Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Jonathan Taylor, Kyle Pitts, suck up. Can I win the chip with this team? Your running backs are stacked. Your receivers are stacked. The only way you lose the championship is if Kyle Pitts takes an absolute shit on your chest in week 17 or 16, whatever your championship is. That's my only worry. Literally, it's that Pitts fucks you over. But outside of that, your team is absolutely loaded to the gills. Actually, another issue you're going to have is figuring out which guys to start because you might end up starting the wrong running back in the finals. But overall, your team looks amazing. Obviously, anything can happen, right? Injuries could happen. Your team could just take a dump in the playoffs and you won't get to the championship. But overall, your team looks amazing. Yeah, I mean, like, Kyler hasn't been great, but he's still the quarterback 6, I believe. He gets a lot of shit for being good. Because of, like, the memes about Call of Duty and stuff. But he's been incredible. Not incredible, but he's been pretty good. So that's just kind of how I feel on things. So I think your team's really good. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, that was funny that I called my shot. Back then, I started making videos sophomore year of college, and back then, like I never even told anyone about it in my like actual real life. Like one of my friends stumbled upon one of my mock draft videos when he was preparing for our actual draft, our home draft, and then my friends started watching and stuff. But before then, to be honest with you, like the idea that you're like some YouTuber is we used to be looked at so negatively, whereas now it's like a dream job for people, right? When I was a kid, that's also what I really want to do. I wanted to be a Call of Duty YouTuber. But obviously now I just talk about fantasy football. So Komet, Foster, Moreau, or Taysom Hill. I'm going Taysom Hill. I'm playing Jonathan Taylor over Montgomery. I have Eckler, Waller, and Sanders as my running backs. Or Walker and Sanders as my running backs. Now I am. If you can sell Chase for someone good, I would trade him right now. Hit that thumbs up. That's a fact. Pick 2 in PPR. Foreman and Monty. First trade traded away Andrews and San Fran. Ooh, I think that's a good trade. I think you won that trade, man. Second trade, Fournette for Chase. I think you might have lost Fournette for Chase, but it really just depends on if he comes back or not. Should I trade Mahomes for Higgins? Hurts is my backup. Fair trade. Yes, that's a good trade. That's a good trade. Get more than Higgins. Yeah, you could get more than Higgins. You could get more than Higgins. But at the same time, yeah, you could get more than Higgins. You're definitely right, Spock. Pick 2, Williams, Foreman, Sutton, Cooks, Moore. I'm going Moore. Now I'm going Foreman and Williams. Jacob, Patterson, Monty, Miles Sanders. Patterson and Sanders for sure. All right. Full PPR, Patterson. Oh, I already answered that one. Palmer or Thielen? I'd go Palmer. Start Algier tonight over Sutton or Curtis Samuel. I would not. I'd play both the receivers. I'd go Schultz personally. A kid that was last week. What do you mean, Dad? Also have Aaron Jones, so he might not play. I think Aaron Jones is going to play. Should I start DJ Moore as a flex? Don't play him in your flex. Play him as your wide receiver too, and move the other guy to the flex. But yeah, you can play him. I do worry about the rain though. Rules. 2 great tight ends. Yeah, he does have 2 great tight ends. All right. Should I trade Fournette for Najee? No, I'd rather have Fournette. Should I pick up Jamal Williams and drop Hunt? Yes. Better flex play. Thank you for the super chat again. Chris Olave or Jonathan Taylor? Great question. So the Raiders defense is absolute ass. Let's be honest with you. The Raiders defense is ass. But the problem is, the big problem here, the offensive line of the Colts doesn't exist. They're a sieve. They get ran a train through. They're awful. So I would go with Olave personally. I'm fine starting Olave. I don't want anything to do with Jonathan Taylor this week in most scenarios. Like, I'd rather just play Olave. Like, I feel a lot more safe playing Olave, and I think they have pretty similar upside. So my lean would be Olave. That's how I see things here. Next question here. Olave, you agree? Yeah, I like Olave. Isaiah, you don't have to spam it like 50 times for an answer. Just say no. Thoughts on my team? Tua, Chubb, Jacobs, Waddle, Devontae Adams, Freiermuth, Josh Palmer, Bucks D, Jason Myers. I like your team a lot. Is Sutton worth keeping on the bench or just cut him? Yeah, I would just cut him if you have other players that you can play. Chris Olave has the Steelers who are giving up the most fantasy points, most yards per game. Yeah, it's a great matchup. But the problem is I think this might be kind of a lower scoring game. Najee over Gibson this week. I'm playing Gibson this week. Njoku was on the waivers, believe it or not. Yeah, it makes sense that he was on waivers because he was hurt. And people will just cut ties with the guys that are hurt pretty quickly. Hey, I think I know this guy. Yo, love your content, bro. Keep grinding. I think I know this guy. Thank you, Zach. Olave or Zeke and DJ Moore. Got to pick 2. Olave and DJ Moore. The game script might be really bad in that game. Like, I'm really feeling the negative game script, but I still think Olave is going to eat. But yeah, the game script is a little bit concerning. Like the Steelers defense hasn't really been that great. I think though, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is going to be good once TJ Watt comes back, though. Yeah, we know each other. Exactly, dude. I know all you guys. We're all friends. Start Foreman tonight over Jeff Wilson. Am I getting burned? No, you're not getting burned. Drop Sutton or London. I would drop London. Um, Pitts tonight or Ertz versus the Rams. Um, I'd go Ertz. Joke's on you, YYC. I've been a Dolphins fan my whole life, except for when I was born. Technically, I was born as a Jets fan. Technically born as a Jets fan, but I've been a Dolphins fan my whole life. I've never not cheered for the Dolphins. There's a picture of me that my dad has of me wearing a Jets thing as a baby. He's always like, "Oh, this is so funny." It's not funny. I was almost born a loser. I'm gonna be born a winner, baby. Go Dolphins. All right, my bench has Connor, Pollard, and Joko Mariota. Josh Reynolds, good team. Yes, I know. I know you're fucking with me. You are in Jets Giants territory. So am I, man. North Jersey is Jets Giants category, but a lot of my friends are fans of different teams. So I know I have obviously Giants and Jets fans I know, but I also know Steelers fans, and by fans I mean like one guy, my friend Johnny. I know a couple Cowboys fans. I know a Seahawks a Seahawks fan. Trying to think, what teams do all my friends like? We like a variety of different teams. We're very out there in the teams we like. Trying to think, does anyone else like any outrageous teams? Trying to think of that. I'm trying to think of it before I get off this. My friend Bush, the Bears. Yeah, Zach's a Bears fan. I was gonna mention Zach being a Bears fan, but I wasn't sure if you were actually a Bears fan. I know your parents are. The Bears. Palmer or Thielen? Thielen. Not Palmer. The Bears are a disaster of a team, but at least their quarterback is good. Oh, and Kelsey at tight end. Yeah, your team's looking yoked, man. Let me switch that real quick. Dolchich, Njoku, or Schultz rest of the season. I would go Schultz. Do I trade Gabe Davis for Algier and Gibson? No. Should I pick up Williams and drop Hunt? Yes. As a Cincy fan, Cincy might be in Ohio, but it's also the deep south. Shaking my head. Njoku got Watson coming. Will be interesting. Agreed. Agreed. I think Watson could really help him out. I'm excited to see how Watson does. Dude, why do I get emails from my college that I went to like, "Hey, student survey," like as if I didn't graduate last year. These assholes thinking I'm dumb. Fournette or Walker rest of the season. Walker for sure. Thumbs up. Schultz and Njoku. Dump Greg Dulcich. Dushich. Oh, that's mean to Greg Dulcich, man. Picking up Harrison, dropping Tunyon. No, don't drop Tunyon. I'd rather play Tunyon than Komet. Should I trade Lenny for Lockett? I would rather have Lockett, yeah. They want your donation. That's a fact. They want my Notorious Fantasy Bucks, man. Thoughts on Team Lamar, Aaron Jones, Fournette? Your team looks really good, even though it's 4-5. I think you're in a good spot. Palmer or Sutton this week? Palmer. Nick, would you go to the Super Bowl if the Dolphins made it? No, because I genuinely believe that when I sit in my room, that's our best bet for the Dolphins to win. I went to go watch the game at my friend's house, and the Dolphins, Tua almost died on the field when I went to my friend's house to watch the Dolphins play. So I'm going to watch at home. I would love to go, but I believe in jinxes. I believe in curses. So I'm going to be sitting right at home on the couch watching the game. I had my friends over for the Super Bowl last year. If the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, I think I'd probably just watch by myself because if they like multiple things would probably get flung across the room and I don't want to accidentally don't want to break something in my room with my friends here. And my girlfriend as well. Pick two, Algier, Ayuk, or Lazard. Lazard or Ayuk. Lazard and Ayuk. Thoughts on Kyler and Fields? I prefer Kyler slightly. Starting Evans and Debo, other options are Palmer, Sutton. Any changes? No, I'd keep who you got in, man. Kyler is on waivers. I have Fields, but playoff schedule is tough. Murray also has a hamstring. Should I drop anyone? Deontay, Singletary. I would drop Deontay for him right now. Would trade Walker. Let's see here. Kenneth Walker for Diggs. I would have rather have Walker, to be honest with you. Super Bowl is too commercial. Conference championships for the real fans. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough that you're really true. You're really right about that. Foreman, Jacobs, or Williams. I would go Foreman and Jacobs. But yeah, you're definitely right about that. Like the Super Bowl is for like the celebrities, right? Whereas like the fucking actual games is like the regular season and the first couple playoff games are for the real fans. DJ Moore, or JT. I'd go DJ Moore. JT seems like he's gonna play. All right, we've reached the finale. It's 8:15. I got a dip. I want to go get my fucking pretzel at the bar. I love all of you guys. I greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you check out DraftKings. If you're a brand new user, click the link in the video description. Bet $5 on any pregame money line. I think you should bet on college football, the two teams that I like the best in college football this week that I feel like are the most likely to win, Tennessee and Michigan. You bet on either one of those, and if they win, you get $200 in free bets on DraftKings Sportsbook. You got to be a new user. Hit the link in the video description. Um, for flex half PPR, I would go with Jeff Wilson. Thank you guys all for watching. I love you guys all deeply. I hope you all have a great rest of your guys' day. And as they always say, or as I always say, good boy.